Hi, welcome to your second class of intermediate lessons. We're continuing with our practice of parts of speech. On the first video, we talked about nouns. We talked about the different types of nouns, and now we're going to talk about adjectives. So adjectives are words that describe nouns, okay? So an adjective is a word that will tell you how tall, how big, how small, how beautiful something is. Okay, those words were adjectives. Tall, short, beautiful, ugly. It can be fat, thin. Anything that describes a subject or a noun in this case will be considered an adjective. For example, the girl has green eyes. Green would be our adjective. Why? Because it's describing the noun or the subject, in this case, eyes. Okay? We have the girl has green eyes. The girl would be our noun. Green would be our adjective. And eyes would be our noun. Why are we talking about green if it's describing eyes if the subject is the girl? So the girl has green eyes. Okay? So when we are talking in adjectives, we are talking about what we're describing. So we have to be very careful to be very vigilant on what the adjective is describing. So in this case, the girl has green eyes. We're not describing the girl, right? We're describing the eyes. If I were to say the girl is beautiful, then I will be describing the girl, okay? And if I say the beautiful girl has green eyes, then I will have two adjectives. The beautiful girl. Beautiful will be the adjective that's describing the girl, right? Green eyes would be describing the eyes. Make sense? So adjectives are very, very clear in the sense that they are describing anything that you can possibly think of. But the catch here is that there are certain parts of speech that have an order. In this case, adjectives have an order of appearance, okay? And we're going to talk about it now. All right, so with adjectives, like I mentioned, we are having a describing ability, okay? But there are also ways to use adjectives in the sentence. We don't just write them down in any way. We have an order for us to use it. So we have quantity or number. If you see me looking down, because I'm looking at my computer here. Okay, so quantity or number means much, many, a lot, or maybe a number. 1, 2, 3, until whatever number you can think of. Okay, so number one, please take note and you'll have it here on the screen. Number one, quantity or number. Number two, quality or opinion. In this case, quality is talking about how you perceive something, or opinion. What do you think about the person, or you think about the house? In this case, can be old. It can be ugly. It can be old. No, old is later. So it can be ugly, beautiful. It can be smart. It can be dumb. It can be whatever you can think of, but it's regarding opinion or quality of whatever you are describing. Number three, size. Size means how big, how tall. It can be something. It can be small, tiny, microscopic. So size, big, small, fat, thin. It can be about size. Number four is age. In this case, here's where old comes in. Old, new, young, antique, anything that comes into your mind about time or age will be in this spot, number four. Number five is shape. Any shape that you can think of. Circle, square, triangle, rectangle, any shape that you can think of will be in this category. Then we have color. Any color that you want is in this category. Then we have nationality, origin, or material. In this case, we are taking into account three things. So nationality can be Mexican, American, Japanese, Russian. It can be place of origin, Mexico. It can be America. It can be China. Or material, cotton, aluminum. It can be plastic. It can be wool. Any kind of material, fabric, whatever you can think of will be in the category of proper adjective. And then we have purpose or qualifier. What is this? It's what is the thing used for. For example, the math book. In this case, we know the book is used for math. Or we can say the kitchen spatula. The kitchen spatula. Kitchen will be considered an adjective because it's used for the kitchen. Makes a little bit more sense? So the qualifier or the purpose would be in the last part. So let's put some examples into each one. So quantity and number would say there are a ton of babies here. A ton of babies here. Ton would be our adjective of quantity or number. Okay? Also, if I say there are 3 babies in this room, 3 would be considered our adjective of number. Okay? Then we jump into quality or opinion. The beautiful house is very expensive. Now here, the beautiful house is very expensive. We have 2 opinions or qualifiers. Beautiful and expensive. Okay? Then we have size. The big house is for sale. Big. Big would be our size. Age. The old house is falling apart. Old house. Old. Okay? Then we have shape. The square-shaped napkins are on the table. The square-shaped. That is our adjective. Then we have color. The pink ribbon is flying around. Pink. Okay? Proper adjective. We're going to use all 3. Nationality, place of origin, material. We're going to say, oh, the green fabric. Fabric means tela. Tela in Spanish. The green fabric comes from Mexico. Green is color. You see first. Fabric, it's the thing that we're describing, comes from Mexico. Origin. Okay? Then we say, if we're going to talk about nationality, oh, he is from a Russian school. He is from a Russian. Russian will be the nationality. School. Got it? And then we can say on material, the cloth is made out of cotton. Okay? So we're describing what the clothes are made of. Cotton. And the last one, we're saying, oh, the school backpack is broken. School would be our purpose for the backpack. Make sense? Now, if we're to put them all in order, we will use them exactly as I said. So first quantity and also and so forth. So I would say 3 beautiful, big, old, square, pink, Mexican kitchen towels are in the laundry. So I use all of them in the sentence, but you don't have to do that. You can use different, your mix match, but that's the basics of it. You have to use them in order. Okay, so for example, if we were to use 3, we would say there are 3 beautiful square napkins on the table. 3, quantity, beautiful, opinion, square, shape, napkins on the table. Okay, makes sense? So we have to use this order for us to write down or to speak when we're talking about adjectives. That is why sometimes we just put adjectives in the way we think they are supposed to go, but this is the way you're going to find them, and this is the way you're going to write them down. Okay, so homework for you would be to create 3 sentences using these forms of adjectives. You can use them in order. You can start with quantity, then shape, then color. You can start with quantity, then use age, and then purpose. However you want to make them, you have to make 3 sentences using 2 adjectives in order. Okay, so I will put this here so you have the main idea, and I will put the resource down below so you can actually see more examples and have a more clear idea. I hope this was very clear. I hope this was helpful for you. So you have any questions, please let me know or reach out. Okay, have a great day and see you in the next one.